Foleys is committed to ensuring that our staff, clients and contractors are protected from harm and that we operate in a safe and efficient manner. We have therefore developed Foley Safe. This is a protocol of principles, procedures and guides that form our health and safety framework and consists of the Foley Safe induction booklet and this induction video. Contractors and subcontractors are considered an extension of the Foley team and subject to the same regulatory requirements regarding training, health and safety, and presenting a professional service to our customers. Foleys will also carry out regular health and safety audits to monitor contractor systems and procedures compliance. Cardinal rules. Foley Safe has been developed around basic cardinal rules relating to the nature of our business. These rules are detailed in the Foley Safe Contractor induction booklet and contains expanded information on the topics covered by this video, so ensure you've read and understood this. I will only operate equipment I'm trained for. This is a requirement under the Health and Safety at Work legislation. You'll be required to confirm that you and your staff meet these obligations and may be asked to provide documentary evidence. If you have any doubts or questions about using any item, seek advice from a suitably trained person. I will follow hazard ID procedures. Identifying hazards in any workplace is an essential to staying safe. It is essential that you document safety precautions for each site and that everyone on the site can show they have understood these precautions. This is mandatory for all employees and subcontractors. Foleys will provide site-specific documents. These will relate to site and task hazard management and require your signature to confirm that you've read and understood these. You may also be required to provide your own site-specific safety plan or task analysis. When on site, you may identify additional hazards, or there may be a change of site condition, access, or other change. Part of your role is to ensure all events or hazards are recorded, as well as controls put in place to eliminate, isolate, or minimize the hazard. I will follow confined space procedures. Only staff, contractors and subcontractors who have completed Unit Standard 17599 may set up a confined space job, and only personnel who have completed Unit Standard 18426 may enter a confined space. There are no exceptions to these rules. Confined spaces may have many potential hazards. These are some of the risks you might face either singly or in combination. It is essential that a gas monitor is deployed where there is any uncertainty on oxygen levels. It is also mandatory that you record the readings. Restricted spaces that do not have the previously mentioned risks still require considered management. These may be areas that are very narrow with restricted entry or exit points. There may also be a risk of dust, asbestos, liquefaction, sewage, etc. And be mindful of risks you may introduce, such as welding fumes or chemicals. I will follow working at height procedure. Working at height is hazardous. Every job, without exception, must be assessed prior to starting any at-height operations. This rule applies even if it's just a few minutes. The risks are the same regardless of duration. There are checklists and guidelines detailed in the Foley Safe Handbook and cover the consideration of the risk areas. Familiarise yourself with this list as well as current legislation. Among these points are requirements for you to assess whether to use ladders or an elevating platform, if harnesses are to be used, and if there are adequate anchor points. If anchor points, safety lines or safety mesh are required, can these be installed safely? Identify any safe fall areas such as parapets or gullies, etc. There are other considerations too which may not be so obvious. These could be weather conditions, pitch and condition of any roof work, slippery or unsound surfaces. Is there a risk to other personnel or members of the public, etc.? And don't forget the biggest what if. Should you, another employee or contractor slip, Have you covered everything possible to prevent or arrest a fall? Your decisions on safety options must be recorded. The Foley Safe Handbook covers all these points in great detail. Ensure you have a full understanding of procedures and your obligations. If you have any questions, seek clarification from a qualified person. Do not take risks. If you feel unsafe, you probably are. I will wear PPE equipment. Personal protective equipment is required to ensure you stay safe and healthy. Our business will often take us to diverse sites with a wide range of activities being carried out, so there are mandatory requirements for PPE depending on the task involved. You must also comply with reasonable client requests. I will report injuries and near misses. This is our path to understanding how injuries occur. A full account of the incident will then allow examination to determine the cause. This is crucial in determining what changes can be made to eliminate or minimize risk of reoccurrence. It is therefore mandatory that you report all injuries or near misses to a Foley site representative on the day of the event. Non-compliance here may result in your company being removed from our approved suppliers register. What is a near miss? A near miss is an event that did not cause injury, illness or damage but could have done. There are many causes of near misses, ranging from equipment failure to poor work practice. And in a way, reporting these is even more important because it is an opportunity to prevent an accident in the future. What happens if it is a serious accident? In the event of a serious accident, there are strict rules that must be followed. These are determined both by legislation and Foleys. Firstly, ensure the safety and health of the injured person when safe to do so. Then contact your supervisor or manager with the details. Secure the accident scene using cones, tape or markers. This is crucial to ensuring the accident site is not altered. The supervisor or manager will then follow the reporting procedure to WorkSafe, who will advise the next appropriate action. Once WorkSafe is notified, please contact the Foley site manager with all known details. The contractor must then complete an accident investigation and forward this together with a notification of serious harm, both to WorkSafe and Foleys within 7 days. I will only use correctly tagged electrical equipment. All equipment must have a current test tag showing the expiry date. You must visually check cables each time before using electrical equipment. I will follow excavation procedures. Excavations present specific risks and must be treated as a unique working environment. The following standards are the minimum standards for excavation work and must be followed at all times. Ensure trench wall safety. Use ladders for access, egress. Do not climb supports. Secure and isolate sites. Do not jump across excavations. Provide suitable bridges where required. Keep site tidy. Never throw tools, materials into an excavation. Always pass hand to hand or lower on a rope. Use suitable personal protective equipment. Excavations must be inspected prior to entry, at the start of each shift, and after any destabilizing event, including heavy rain. The Foley Safe Handbook covers these points in detail. Ensure you've read and understood these standards. If you are in any doubt on any point, ask a suitably qualified person for clarification. I will follow isolation procedures. Before any work is started, you must check if any services or supplies should be isolated. This check should be carried out using the Hazard ID process. The Foley Safe Handbook carries the full definition of requirements regarding isolations in these areas. Ensure you understand the appropriate requirements. Your own industry may also have specific guidelines or requirements regarding isolations. Follow these as required. Drug and alcohol policy. Foleys is committed to providing a working environment free from the effects of alcohol and drugs, where all employees feel safe from the dangers such substances can bring to people and the workplace. We therefore have a drug and alcohol testing policy which will be put into effect on a post-incident or reasonable cause assessment. Refer Foleys for further details. Emergencies. Fire. Each Foleys branch has their own fire evacuation procedures. Please make yourself aware of the fire alarm process, the exits, fire extinguishers, and evacuation points. If you are working at another worksite during a fire alarm, please follow their procedures and stay at the evacuation point until notified otherwise. Earthquake. If you are in a stable building, take shelter under a solid structure, and if outside, then take cover wherever you can. Apply the drop, cover, hold rule. These policies, procedures and guidelines have been designed to ensure that you stay safe and can carry out your job with a degree of professionalism and efficiency that is the cornerstone of our business. The Foleys Handbook provides the foundation to this, and your compliance with it plays an essential part in you having a successful and ongoing relationship with us. We also welcome your input and expertise to ensure that we work together to ensure your ongoing safety. Foleys, servicing our community since 1934.